Well, I purchased Glock because I do it for duty. I do it for reliability. I do it because I know it'll work every time. Hey there, friends. Thanks for checking in. 5 reasons why you don't need a Glock. The reason I'm making this video is because YouTube has been removing many of my videos. They claim that they go against the community guidelines. They removed this title, 5 Reasons Why You Don't Need a Glock, that I made over 9 years ago, had over 500,000 views, and they claim that it didn't meet their standards. Well, based on those, many more will be removed. So they're giving me lemons, I'm making lemonade. I'm redoing it. 5 reasons. First, Glocks cost way too much. Your average Glock is approximately $550. If you go with the MOS, Modular Optic System, you want to run optics on your Glock, you're looking at between $630 and $650. And hopefully, the set of 4 optic plates are in the case. They're not included with every MOS model. If not, you have to purchase those separately, costing a lot more money. You just opened up a range of handguns that you could choose from that offer more, that's already optics ready with direct mounts and not having plastic sights. For example, the FN Reflex XL. This is a nice handgun, 15 and 18 round mags, a night sight, it's optics ready, and that pre-cocked hammer has a beautiful trigger pull. How about this one? A proven record with the CZ P10C ported. A proven record with the P10C. The non-ported model was selling for under $400. I'll take that over a Glock any day. But now they have the ported one. It has taller sights, a port, a flat trigger. This is selling currently in most places for right around $500, optics ready included. And then people say Glocks aren't expensive. When you do comparisons like that, you will see that Glocks are way overpriced. For the luxury of putting an optic on there, you're paying over $80 per gun just to have optics ready. And if you think I'm wrong and say you want a budget-friendly gun, Bear Creek Arsenal makes the Grizzly. It is optics ready. I took the optic off. However, it also has a fluted barrel. You're looking at $300, all right, with metal sights. Taurus makes metal sights. Glock gives you plastic. All right, this uses Glock mags, but I'm into Glock mags. I don't have a problem with that. I think Glock mags are some of the best out there. But their handguns are just too expensive, period. How about this one? A PSA Dagger Micro, okay? The size of a 43X. Yeah, it has an aftermarket slide on there. But for the price difference and what this offers, some people say I'll still choose the 43X. Some people say I'll take the Micro. I respect your opinion either way. I'm giving you mine, and that it's overpriced. Secondly, the grip angle is so steep that it throws me off target when I'm shooting other guns with a more common grip angle. And the ergonomics of that big, thick grip is hard. It's just uncomfortable. It's a super fat. People call Glock a block, and that's why you have to have large hands to control the gun. And you look at what Walther did with the PPQ. They took some of the best ergonomics in the market and the best trigger in the market with the Walther PPQ, and they actually made it better with the PDP. It's not ergonomically blocky, it's ergonomically superior. And that has a 15 round mag. You look at the M&P 9 models. It's superior, and that has a 15 round mag. Why can't Glock slim it down a little bit? It makes no sense. You look at the Ruger Americans. Nobody talks about those anymore. Those are fine handguns, way better than Glock. And that steep grip angle is crazy. You look at what Shadow Systems did. Now, Shadow Systems copied Glock. It's time for Glock to copy Shadow Systems. What did they do? They changed the grip angle with the backstrap. Yeah, some of the models with Glock give you backstraps, but it remains a Glock grip angle. Here is an M&P grip angle with this backstrap. They also offer another backstrap for a 1911 grip angle. Or if you're married to the Glock grip angle, they offer one of those too. You have choices. Glock can't do that? You mean to tell me that Shadow Systems patent the backstraps? I don't think so. If they did, I'd be shocked. Why doesn't Glock do that? It's such a simple thing, and it gives the shooter alternatives. But with Glock, it is what it is. You get what you get. We offer reliability. A lot of guns offer. That may have held true in the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. Not today. I guarantee not today. You look at number 3, aftermarket support. I will give Glock credit. They have the market covered with aftermarket support. But in most cases, the aftermarket relies on the manufacturer. Glock relies on the aftermarket. What do I mean? People change out those horrible sights. They change out the trigger, the mag release, the takedown levers, the slide stop, the plastic guide rod, did I say sights? They get their optics cut, they Cerakote, they stipple. It's crazy how much they do to get their Glock where they want it to be. They pay a lot of money, and some of them are amazing. I want to grant you that. I want to show you mine, and this is a Glock 45. Now, I have several Glocks, guys. I'm telling you, I'm just making the case. You don't need a Glock because of what else is out there, but this is a danger close armament. It's a Glock 45. Look at that. They thinned out the grip. It's a great grip with incredible texturing on there. Undercut, flat trigger, slide, suppressor height sights, optics ready, a chunk port. This thing has it all. Cerakote, it's beautiful. I love it. What they did with this is incredible. But you have to be willing to pay that kind of money to get it done. If you're not willing to pay that kind of money, then, you know, why bother with Glock? You should agree with what I'm saying, that one, 2, or 3 of these reasons are good enough to not buy a Glock. Fourth, Glock copies are even better. What do I mean by that? One of my favorite Glock copies, if it's even a Glock copy, I think this is so much superior to the Glock 17, is the Bull Armory Axe Hatchet. Check out that texturing on the top strap, the serrations in the forend, the undercut, the flat trigger, the grip, the stippling on there, optics ready. It's amazing. And that trigger breaks under 4 pounds. This, if you can get one, this is hard to find, but if you can get one, consider yourself lucky. They're hard to find. But you're looking at just over $600, less than a Glock MOS. And then what about this? This one's not hard to find. Ruger RXM. Nobody saw this coming, but Ruger did, and they came up with a handgun with an extended mag release, extended slide stop, extended takedown levers, a modular system, direct mount optic with Delta Point Pro, RMR, RMS, suppressor height sights, and a threaded barrel is the newest model. What they did, in my opinion, was make fools of Glock. They said, we could take your handgun, sell it for $400 and have a direct mount optic system without the need to purchase optic plates. And then we wonder why Ruger is one of the largest manufacturers in the entire world. That's why. Glock is holding on to their 1990 handgun. They say they got 5 generations and now there's a possibly Gen 6 coming. What are they going to do? Let me move on. The 5th reason, Glocks are ugly. They all look the same. If you go to a trade show and you want to know what the most boring place to go, with all these manufacturers around, they've got rifles and shotguns and revolvers and all types of semi-autos, and you want to go to the boring one, go to the one that is orange and black and says Glock up there. That's the one you should go to because they all look the same. You say, well, I purchased Glock because I do it for duty. I do it for reliability. I do it because I know it'll work every time. That argument can be made with so many others. Check out this beauty. That is a work of art. I can bring so many out here, but here is the Kimber R7 Carbon Compact. It has a night sight standard, direct mount optic, a little undercut, actually a large undercut, a flat trigger, all the stuff people want with Glock out of the case. I didn't do a thing to this. Not a thing. And many of the others I've shown offer that exact set of features that people pay extra for with Glock. So we stick with the price, the grip angle and the blocky grip, the aftermarket that's essential to suit up your Glock. Pinching fingers, people complain about that. That's why they change out the triggers. The Glock copies are better, and they're ugly. You add those, and I think you'll agree with me, you really don't need a Glock. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.